Hey guys, what's going on? It's Andrew from AR Media. In tonight's video, I want to review The Witch in 4K UHD Blu-ray. Now this is a personal favorite of mine, and I was pumped to see this hit the 4K format, because I've seen this a ton on Blu-ray, so comparing it to the 4K, I feel it's a really fair comparison. So let's just go over this story briefly. Now this is an old New English folklore, and this is a great story that's more about dread and a slow burn than it is about jump scares. This is a more artsy horror movie, and definitely more up my alley when it comes to horror. I really like the sense of dread that builds up. This is Anya Taylor-Joy in one of her best performances and one of her first performances, and just the sense of dread. I don't want to give away anything about the story individually, but it's about family tension and just something that a lot of people I feel like can relate to. The story hits upon a lot of different subjects and just brings up a lot of fears that could happen really in any family, especially in that time period. So now let's get to the visuals on this one. So this is a pretty massive upgrade for a 2K digital intermediate. I was pretty blown away when I threw this disc in, specifically with how crisp it is and how much detail is added over the Blu-ray. So for the timepiece, the dresses and everything are pretty crazy. Tons of threading, tons of stitching on the dresses that you could see every little individual stitching. And same thing with the guys' beards. They're all scruffy, tons of facial hair, and you can see every individual hair, every individual pore, bead of sweat. It's actually pretty crazy the level of detail that's here on the 4K over the Blu-ray. Another way that this 4K is definitely enhanced is the black levels. So on the normal Blu-ray, it's pretty gray, and I will say that it's still pretty gray and blue on this 4K HDR Dolby Vision one, but there's definitely a sense of more deep and inky blacks throughout than there were in the original Blu-ray. Now, there's not meant to be deep and inky throughout the whole movie. That's not the cinematographer's intent, but the 4K definitely helps with that. So now let's get on to the Dolby Vision, and the Dolby Vision definitely shines in this. So there are a lot of nighttime scenes where it's very hard to make out what's going on, and the shadow detail is greatly improved with this Dolby Vision, and the Dolby Vision overall just improves this palette. So on the Blu-ray, it's a lot of those grays and blues. Here it kind of smooths out those blues. Some of them it makes a little bit of teal, some of them pushes a little more towards white. It definitely smooths out that gradation, and definitely the spectral highlights are very nice as well. If there's a candlelight in the middle of the night, anything like that, it definitely looks a lot nicer and shows a lot more nuance and detail in the 4K over the Blu-ray. Now let's get to the audio on this one. So this has the exact same audio mix, DTS HD 5.1. I do wish we got the Atmos object-oriented mix. I feel like it would actually add a lot to this one. This one definitely has things moving around you at points, and just the woods itself is a great use of Atmos in any circumstance. So I feel like it was a missed opportunity. Before the mix, the 5.1 is greatly represented. Nice dynamic mix, nice vocals, but I do wish we got the Atmos or some sort of object-oriented mix for this one. So anyway, guys, considering the video on this one, I'm going to say it's worth the price of admission for $14.99. That's how much it currently costs for the 4K Blu-ray and digital code. And if you don't like it, you could always sell it or give it away to a friend. But personally, if you're a fan of horror, if you're a fan of those slow burns, I think you'll really like this one, and you won't be disappointed in the picture or the audio quality. So anyway, guys, I'm going to leave a link in the description for this. Using that link gives me a small kickback to review more 4Ks for you. So anyway, guys, I'll see you in the next video, and have a good night.